NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks getting set to match up with the New York Knicks. The opening tip won by the Bucks as we get going.
Substitutions.
Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat, and I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Ah, the monster stuff. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Taj Gibson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Hill into the front court. Up by 6. Middleton to Hill. Matthews to Gasol. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Sexton to Gibson. Down to 5 on the 24. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Hill across the timeline. Up 6. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Down low for Gibson, and he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Hill into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Gasol to George Hill. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Got it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Hill across the timeline. Leads a bucket. To Middleton.
You can do it.
Oh, Chris Middleton. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Sexton. Nothing going here on that drive. Down low for Gibson. Gets it in the right corner. Going to launch beyond the arc. What can you say? Morris locked in on that one.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have something. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Gasol. Matthews. Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
Sexton to Marcus Morris. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
Hill into the front court. Down a point. Screen coming. Whoa, Chris Middleton. 3 for 4. Good start.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Colin Sexton. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Middleton. Sexton. To Taj Gibson. Knocks it down off the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Bucks at the controls. Hill. Takes stock of the floor. To Middleton. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Colin Sexton slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
George Hill to Middleton. Shot clock winding down. Gasol. Can't get the bounce. To Marcus Morris. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep left corner to Marcus Morris. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Bucks at the controls. Hill. They work it down to Gasol. Pow, Gasol. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Old school equals high percentage.
That'll do it for the first quarter. The Knicks have the lead. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
The pace of this game has been prolific. As a fan, I love to watch. As a coach, I would be pulling my hair out. These players would drive me crazy. I need to see some defense, please.
I don't want to ask this question. What hair?
Why would you ask it then if you don't want to ask?
Just going there.
Okay. Well, you went there.
Bledsoe with the basketball. 5-point game. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Taj Gibson. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one. Milwaukee with the basketball. Bledsoe to Hill. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Bledsoe with it up top. 9-point margin. Baseline drive. Cashes in for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Payton with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Randall to Marcus Morris. Here comes the screen. To Julius Randle. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Payton, they go down low to Randall. And count the basket inside.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Bledsoe to George Hill. Lopez. And he buries it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
New York in control of the basketball. To Gibson. The Bucks clear the rebound. Bledsoe with the basketball. They trail by 7. It's good.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Payton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Goes to the left side. To Payton. Here comes the screen. To Julius Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your team.
To Dennis Smith Jr. From the painted area, won't go down. Giannis with it up top. 2-point advantage. Robin Lopez, 3 for 3 in this first half.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Bucks basketball. Adetokunbo to Middleton. Dennis Smith Jr. Tips it. That's going to be out of bounds. Smith the last to touch. Lopez. Greek Freak for 2. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Right.
To Monroe. Robin Lopez. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Shot from the lane won't go. Five seconds to shoot. Fires the 3. And it's Lopez there for the rebound. Bledsoe with it up top. Lead is 2. to Adetokunbo. To Lopez. Bledsoe. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good. Smith. Down to Randall. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Smith. To Monroe. Smith. Surveys the floor. To Monroe. Smith. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot.
Watch that back door.
Shot won't go. He has to create to get a better look. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Oh, yeah. Me and you.
Got it at the line. Adetokunbo to Lopez. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Giannis Adetokunbo. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Smith gets it in the left corner. To Monroe. Short jumper stays out. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. To Lopez. Bledsoe. Not going down here. To Dennis Smith Jr. Robin Lopez swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
I'm on D.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Chris Middleton at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Unable to connect on the free throw. To Dennis Smith Jr. Randall.
You see it. Hand up.
New York with 4 to shoot. The screen sets him up for 2.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Bledsoe with the basketball. The margin is 3 as we approach halftime. Here comes the screen. Giannis for 2. The shot almost.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
First half in the books. The Bucks with the lead.
The Bucks have them. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us. And see you again after the game.
To Monroe. Cleans it up. The big guy, Greg Monroe. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Smith. Here comes the screen to Monroe. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
That's rebounded by the Knicks. Deep right corner to Dennis Smith Jr. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe. Smith with it up top. Leads just a point. To Monroe. To Dennis Smith Jr. New York with 4 to shoot. To Monroe. The pass set it all up.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
Hey, step up, let's go.
Here comes the screen.
Right.
Knicks with 4 to shoot. The big guy, Greg Monroe. With that, he's 5 for 9.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Antetokounmpo. Matthews. To DiVincenzo. Shot clock violation. Smith. left corner. New York with 4 to shoot. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
DiVincenzo. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Here comes the screen. To Dennis Smith Jr. Down to 5 on the 24. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 30, Julius Randle. Into the game for the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 20.
Antetokounmpo. Not getting the bounce. To Julius Randle. Nothing going here on that drive. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
To Monroe. It goes down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Giannis in control of the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. Middleton to Antetokounmpo. And scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Possession lies with New York. To Julius Randle. Curling inside. Stuffs it down with authority.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Screen coming. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He buries it off the step back.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Nothing going here on that drive. Down low to Monroe. And stuffs it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Giannis with it up top. Right now, down 7. To Bledsoe. Middleton. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Screen coming. Great feed. Give him 2 points. High percentage. Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 74% free throw shooter. First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Monroe. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Matthews. Giannis shoots. And it's Monroe with the rebound. To Julius Randle. Oh, he had it. Not that time. Long key from three-quarters court. It's a victory for the Knicks as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Knicks did what great teams do best.
Player of the game.
Julius Randle gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Knicks won this game after a close finish. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.